gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo, ain't that nigga J.
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
First on 11 Alive, a tragic update as a beloved Metro Atlanta bookstore owner is found dead. Her own employee now charged with killing her.
Our Bobeth Yates is following the case. She reports from Locust Grove with brand new details tonight.
Flowers now sit in front of Birdsong Books as part of a memorial for the owner after her body was discovered floating in a creek.
I still have this sick feeling in my stomach, in my head. I just keep thinking about her.
Shauna Moa is referring to Dr. Erica Atkins, the Locust Grove resident and business owner whose body was discovered in Cedar Creek, close to Jones and Putnam County lines.
Woo! Guys, this one hit hard because here in Atlanta, we see things like this happening all the time. Okay? Women being deleted by these super gremlins on demon time. I mean, I would definitely count this as domestic violence. Somebody being close to you, that close. And we don't really know what exactly he deleted her for. Okay? But she was completely defenseless to this man. Completely defenseless. I mean, there's literally no way she was going to get out of this situation. So it's very tough to stomach that this is happening. But I hope that this can be a wake-up call, which it's not, because this story is a week old by the time you guys are getting it. I did the story when it come, I do the stories when they come out as best I can. But by the time you guys get it, it's going to be a week old. And there's not much going on as far as, awareness. I saw one blog post the story and that was it, man. So the community completely ignores a woman, a Black female business owner, being deleted, and it's on to the next story, I guess.
It just floored me. Basically, it floored me beyond measure. I was just completely devastated.
Amoa says Atkins, who owned Birdsong Books, was reported missing Saturday, and Jones County Sheriff's Office said someone fishing discovered her body in the water Sunday and called the police.
Wow.
Officials have since arrested 38-year-old Romero Johnson for murder and kidnapping.
So this is the super gremlin of the hour. I mean, bro crashed out. This is what it's coming down to, guys. We live in a crash out culture. He's got gray in his beard. A lot of these sisters, they're like, oh yeah, let me give an ex-con a chance. Any disagreement is just gonna, it's not gonna pan out well. Man, I mean, it is tough to be in the community today because this guy was her employee. I'm gonna show you guys some photos of them later on, and they're just eerie, man. It's woo. I mean, this stuff is deep, y'all.
He is said to have been a friend and worked for Atkins at her bookstore.
I instantly assumed it was someone she knew. So shocked, yes. Oblivious, even more.
And those who knew Atkins say she will be missed.
Erica was a busy woman. She was committed to helping her community. She donated books, donated her time. In fact, she came last year to my summer camp and read to my kids, donated her time there. Erica was just a pillar in our community. She just won National Small Business of the Year through the Chamber of Commerce.
Wow. So, I mean, another example of the worst of us taking out the best of us. As you guys can see, Erica was a strong, independent woman. And, you know, she was fearless. She was out here making moves in the community. And, you know, she just couldn't overcome the super gremlin who pretty much she had built a relationship with for a long time. I wonder what he did it over, though. I mean, it's definitely, I just want to see what comes out, you know, because this is wild, bro. Dude, you've been working with this man for the longest, and then he just take you out just like that. I mean, this guy's huge, so it's crazy, bro. We'll see what happened.
We really, really will miss Erica. It's devastating to us out here in Henry County.
Tonight, we spoke to the Henry County jail officials who tell us Johnson remains in jail, charged with murder and kidnapping, and will likely not be getting bond. Bo Beth Yates, 11 Alive News.
Into News First reporter Bridget Spencer spoke with her family this morning and joins us live. Bridget, they're now hoping the accused killer will be brought to justice.
Yeah, they really are. And right now there is a growing memorial set up here outside of the store. Erica Atkins, she loved children, she loved books, and she had a passion for serving her community. And opening this bookstore was just one way she was able to live that dream of helping others.
I just miss her already.
The family of Erica Atkins opened up the Birdsong bookstore on Tuesday morning with a huge void in their hearts. Its owner was no longer with them.
This bookstore was her passion as far as trying to get the kids back to reading.
Locust Grove police say the 40-year-old mom, business owner, and beloved community member was reported missing on Sunday. Then later,
dang, I mean, and it looked like she was getting some of them kids to read. A lot of our young men and women just aren't the best readers. Okay, we have these young men reading at a 4th grade level. Okay. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So she was doing something good that could help people in the future. And this man just, and he's willing to do that time too. I'm telling you right now, he don't feel no types of ways about it. He don't feel sorry for him. So like, let's not, we forgive him. Look, man, ain't no time for that.
the same day, found dead in a creek in Putnam County off Highway 129. The news came as a shock to everyone.
We just want to make sure that the person is held accountable for what they have done, because they just don't realize they have really taken away a beautiful person.
Police say that person is Romero Johnson.
That man looked geeked up too in his mugshot.
He's charged with murder and kidnapping. Her family says he often helped out with the store's events, and the two used to be an item. Now, not only is her family grieving, but so is the entire community.
They used to be an item. They dated. Man, that'll stir things up. I mean, a lot of these black men, man, they're just not willing to walk away. That's the truth. That's the truth. When it comes to getting kicked out the club, or when it comes to these relationships, and you know, maybe she never saw that in him. Maybe she did, but I'm sure she didn't see this coming. Maybe she would have if she watched my channel, though.
My son spent a lot of time in her bookstore. She spent a lot of time with him, reading. He had some speech issues. She was working with him on that.
Atkins' aunt says one thing people can do to remember her is to pick up a book.
I think if we all really think about what she was working towards as far as trying to get the kids really to focus on what they need best, and that's reading.
And the Henry County Chamber of Commerce also released a statement. They say, "We are deeply saddened to hear the news of Erica's passing. She was a vibrant, visionary leader in Henry County. Her service on the CVB board will be difficult to replace. Her recent recognition as Micro Business of the Year is a testament to her innovative strategies to engage the community in reading and sharing knowledge. Our hearts and prayers are extended to her family and friends." And on Saturday, there will be a vigil held right here at the bookstore, outside of the bookstore, I should say, at 6 o'clock. All are encouraged to attend. If you know anything about the case, go ahead and call Locust Grove PD. This is a developing story. Atlanta News First will continue to follow this, and we will bring you more details tonight at 5. We're live in Henry County. Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
Developing now in Henry County, shock and grief after the death of a popular bookstore owner. Today, her own employee is behind bars charged with kidnapping and now murder. Erica Atkins owned the Birdsong Books in Locust Grove. She was reported missing Saturday. Here you can see a growing memorial in front of the store in her honor. We spoke to Erica's friends who say she was deeply kind and a pillar in the community.
It's a tremendous loss. I mean, Erica, she touched so many people. I mean, she was some of my coworkers say she was a gentle giant. She was real kind. She just had the beautiful smile. You know, you see her smiling, it just makes your day. And she was just always joyful, kind, humble.
A fisherman found Erica's body yesterday afternoon in a creek in Putnam County. Today, Romario Johnson is charged with her death. People who knew Atkins, and Johnson tells us he was her employee and also a friend.
Well, tonight, the Locust Grove community remembering a well-known bookstore owner. Investigators say Dr. Erica Atkins was killed by Romero Johnson. Atkins' family says Johnson is her ex-boyfriend, and they believe Atkins was kidnapped and was later dumped in a creek. Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson visited with her grieving family tonight.
There were many hugs, hardly a dry eye in sight outside of the Birdsong bookstore in Locust Grove on Saturday night.
From there, her and I became friends, and she was my sister.
Dozens came together remembering the owner, Dr. Erica Atkins, who was kidnapped and found dead last weekend.
And you can see how much she was loved with the number of people who showed up outside her store.
From frequent visitors.
She's always been there. Even when I'm just in her store lounging around, she always just talks to me, laughs.
To her loved ones, like her two children.
She was amazing.
Words of admiration filled the air.
Every time she came into somebody's life, she impacted it.
Locust Grove City Council members even read a proclamation.
This is Erica Atkins Day, Robert Price, Mayor.
They'll be only happy team. And as the sky grew darker, there were moments of silence. And with heads bowed, hands stretched, and eyes closed, they joined together in prayer.
Lord, as a mother, I pray for these two babies. Hold their heart, God.
Not only grieving her tragic death.
We love you, Erica, and I'm sorry that this happened to you.
Man. Oh, man. Yo, bro, this is crazy. Like, bookstore owner. This man deleted a bookstore owner. As you can see, all the people that she has impacted, and it's just something that we talk about. It's what Scott Adams was talking about. You can't really help the community when you try to. Obviously, the name calling begins, as you guys can go through my comments and see. It's really a huge issue going on that is just not being addressed. I mean, and this type of stuff is hard to watch, but people need to wake up, man. And obviously YouTube is doing what they can to censor my message, so it may not be for me, but it can be something that you start to understand. And maybe, I mean, honestly, it's like you can't even try and help to work to improve, because you see what happened to her. It's crazy.
But I'm pretty sure there's a higher plan for you up there.
But remembered,
God was just calling you home in a unique way. And we promise we're going to carry on your legacy down.
Okay, I got to stop that one. I got to stop it right there. I understand what he's saying, but that is cope now. It is cope. Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes the super gremlins are on demon time. And that's what you can really chalk it up to, honestly. He said that God called her to heaven in a unique way. Bruh, this ain't no altar call, bruh. This is demon time. I see I can't attribute that to God. You feel me? Even though he knows what's going on and all that, but you just can't. Look, man, you just can't attribute that, in my personal opinion. I understand they're grieving, but just my 2 cents. I think that's where, we gotta use the religion for what it's supposed to be used for, not just to cope and be able to move on and say, "Oh, God got you." It's too much cope.
Death.
We love you, Erica, and I'm sorry that this happened to you. But I'm pretty sure there's a higher plan for you up there.
But remembered,
God was just calling you home in a unique way. And we promise we're going to carry on your legacy down here.
And celebrated the woman they say meant so much to everyone she knew.
We love you, Miss Erica!
In Henry County, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all dirty with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more
store.
do you want from me?
11 Alive News at 5 p.m. starts now.
First at 5, we are hearing for the first time from the family of a bookstore owner who went missing with her body later discovered in a creek. Good evening, and thanks for being with us. I'm Jennifer.
You know, I always like wonder what these sisters think about all this, because obviously they're covering all of it. They're seeing all of it. I just wonder what they think of all this, man. Like, I wish I could just sit them down and pick their brains and really see what they objectively think about all these stories that they report on, specifically this one, because it does involve a sister who was deleted by an employee, an ex, whatever you want to call it. As a man, it is very emasculating to be working for your girl. So that's not a relationship that even should have happened. There should have been boundaries set, but obviously we are at another place now, and those boundaries, even if they were set, they obviously would have been pushed, broken even. It's no explanation, but I would love to hear these two beautiful young sisters' thoughts on genuine thoughts, not the newscaster thoughts, the genuine, like when you got 3 drinks in you and you know what I'm saying, you just took a couple shots of that Henny and now your tongue a little loose. I really want to hear what they genuinely think about these situations.
Follow me.
And I'm Faith Jesse. Tonight, one of her workers is behind bars, charged in Erica Atkins' death. Latasha Givens joins us live with the impact Erica's family says she left on the Henry County community.
Well, good evening, Faith and Jennifer. Erica Atkins was well known, well respected, and deeply loved by many. Today, we obtained a copy of the arrest warrant. It outlines how police connected an employee at her bookstore to her murder as the only suspect.
It's hard. That was my mom.
Jasmine Atkins is mourning the loss of her mother, Erica.
We're hurting. We are. She kept everybody together. She was the glue.
Tuesday, 11 Alive obtained the arrest warrant for Romero Johnson, who's charged with her murder. The warrant describes Johnson being at Erica's house the night she went missing, with surveillance video showing someone, quote, grabbing a sheet or plastic lining from the garage and taking it to cover her body in the driveway. It also indicates officers discovered earrings in the driveway known to be Erica's, and a small amount of blood.
Wow.
After her body was discovered in a creek on Saturday, the warrant says detectives obtained a search warrant and discovered human blood in Johnson's car. Investigators say he initially lied about his whereabouts, and when they presented him with a timeline based on flock camera footage, he then asked for an attorney. Jasmine says she's trying not to focus on how her mother's life was taken, but the legacy she leaves behind.
Owner, educator, mother, friends, aunt, niece. She impacts people's lives. You don't just meet Erica Atkins and never forget her. She's going to impact your life in some kind of way and elevate you.
Right now, the family says they are working on funeral arrangements, and we'll bring you those details when they become available. Police have not yet released a motive in this case. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that report, Latasha.
A heartbreaking situation involving Locust Grove and Putnam County investigators. Authorities found the body of a bookstore owner in a creek.
Authorities have arrested Romero Johnson in connection with the case. Fox 5's Alex Whitler joins us live from Birdsong Books in Locust Grove to explain. Alex?
We just spoke to that woman's exhausted daughter. She said she just doesn't have it in her to continue talking about her mother's death, but she is encouraged to see her mother's legacy. This bookstore will live on. If you take a look at your screen, you'll see the number of flowers and mementos left in her honor. Reading can take you places.
Erica's always been very well educated.
And that's why family says 40-year-old Erica Atkins was so passionate about literacy. She owned the Birdsong bookstore on Peaksville Road, and it is now her legacy and still open despite her death. Locust Grove police had already searched for Atkins since she was reported missing March 5th. Police immediately identified Romero Johnson as a suspect in connection to her disappearance.
And let's keep it a buck. I hope they created a GoFundMe, because how long are they going to be able to keep that bookstore open in the community? I mean, I know she was taking a loss on that every year, and she was probably just writing it off on her taxes. You're not going to be making a profit on a bookstore in the community. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, there's no way. And they say she was giving out books too. You know, she was probably scraping it up to keep the lights on. So for this man to do that, and then now the burden is on the family to keep that bookstore open. I mean, they don't own that building. It's rented space. You know, how are you going to sell a book in the Black community is beyond me at this point. That's why she had to give them away, because let's keep it a buck. I mean, we ain't really going to the bookstore like that. Sorry. I mean, that's just the reality. So I think a GoFundMe is due to keep the bookstore open. Maybe some social media marketing, whatever you can do. But I just don't see how they're going to be able to sustain this business model from a business perspective. So, you know, and I hope it does stay. I might even have to go buy and cop me a book, but it's wild, y'all. It's wild.
And put out warrants for his arrest. Tuesday, her youngest child's father stopped by the bookstore to pay his respects. He gave insight on how Johnson and Atkins knew each other. Are you comfortable telling me what you know about that?
Yes, I've met him on several occasions. They were dating at one time, and from my understanding, she had broken off with him. And maybe it's just a result. I don't know.
The same day, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office found a body not far from Highway 129 in Cedar Creek and confirmed Atkins' identity.
Locust Grove Police sent us a picture of her. I was able to instantly identify her. And from talking to them, we determined that her death occurred in Henry County, not Putnam. This was a case of her body just simply being dumped here, you know.
Something so senseless, and I think that's on everybody's mind. Why?
Authorities used flock cameras to track Johnson down as family steps up to keep an eye on what Atkins left behind, a booming business and 2 children. Johnson faces...
They said it was a booming business. They said it was a booming business. I mean, I see a lot of books on the shelf, respectfully. I don't know. I guess we have to look at the books. Hopefully it is booming, you know? And hopefully, in some weird way, this event continues to fuel the booming business. But me personally, I just don't see the business model working. Maybe if you sold some hot wings in there, some fried fish, ribs, blunt wraps, it would be lit. But then you have to hire security. So, I mean, it's you know, it's a very hard thing to balance. But, you know, maybe in the future they will be able to innovate in some way.
Kidnapping and murder charges. Reporting in Locust Grove, Alex Whitler, Fox 5 News.
All right, guys. So I do want to show you just some. We're not going to read the article, but just look at these pictures, man. Woo! Look at this woman right here. She like, I know he ain't ish. I know. Ooh, she already seen it. She peeped it. Wow, man. Oh, man. I don't know. It just sends chills down your spine, right? Just to see them together. Wow. Look at that. You know, they looked happy. They looked like a Black excellence power couple, you know, allegedly. And for it just to end in the way that it did, bro, I don't know what made them snap. I guess her ending it, but I just don't see why, man. I really don't get it. But a lot of these dudes, they just don't know how to, take no for an answer or walk away. Like I said, the crash out culture. I don't know. I don't know what drove Buddy to do it, but like I said, guys, this is the time that we are living in. Got to protect yourself. Got to know who you're dealing with. I don't know if he had priors either. That could be something to look into. Maybe she, overlooked that. Could have been a clue. Looks like the family was like, yeah, they was dating, boom, boom, bap, but, very sad story. But like I've said time and time again, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. All right, guys. So we have an action-packed show today. I just saw a funny comment. But man, we're gonna be talking about the community. We're gonna start it off in Atlanta, Georgia, okay? Because that's where I am. We had a brother from Valdosta State who was deleted over spring break in Miami. So he thought he was going to go out there and turn up with the super gremlins. And those are where the real super gremlins are at. Okay. I actually got the term super gremlins from Kodak Black, who, as you guys know, is from Broward County. So, I mean, I've been to spring break Miami. It was fun while it lasted. It's always been kind of dangerous, but nowadays it's pretty much not even worth it.
A South Georgia college student, one of two students killed over the weekend in Miami during spring break.
Jordan Ida Hosa is a South Georgia State college student in Valdosta and was shot and killed Friday night on Ocean Drive.
WLB News 10's Mackenzie Petrie spoke with his brother and a close friend.
On Friday at approximately 10:41 p.m., officers heard the sound of gunshots near 7th Street and Ocean Drive in Miami Beach. When they arrived, they saw two men with gunshot wounds. Both.
Yeah, and I mean, that's pretty much how it goes down on Miami Beach. As you can see, this is the main strip. And they had to shut it all down because niggas just want to act foolish, bro. I mean, when are we just going to stop ruining shit?
With gunshots.
That's my question. It's almost like when you're in school and there's just like one motherfucker who just keep making it so that y'all don't go to recess, or one motherfucker who just keep making it so that y'all have to copy vocabulary words over and over and over again. And that's how, unfortunately, man, that's how we are coming across to not only the world, but especially in the United States. It's just like you have a good thing going. You got South Beach. Everything's going good. And then niggas shoot the place up. I mean, look, man, we have to change not only our image, but our actions as well. But it's just so much resistance, man. It really is. Like, if you go and look at my comment section, you'll see so much resistance to changing the image, so much resistance to changing the way we think about things, do things, so many different excuses. Oh, this person didn't have this growing up, so they shot up South Beach. Or, this person, they came from the mud, so they just went into Nordstrom and took out all the clothes off of the rack. I mean, we got so many issues that are just not being addressed as a community, and I'm going to get into all of it, guys. I mean, I've been seeing countless videos on Twitter. It's really getting bad, man.
Shot wounds. Both were taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital, and one, Jordan Idahosa, 21, was pronounced dead. One friend who was visiting Miami with Jordan for spring break described to me what happened.
Okay, so not to single out the friend, but automatically red flag face tattoos. Could these guys have started or engaged in this type of debauchery, in this type of trouble? I mean, there's a lot going on with his fit, no cap. Okay. For one, it looks like his suit doesn't fit. Okay. For two, his blazer is different color than his pants. And yeah, if your blazer is going to be a different color than your pants, make it an obviously different color, not try and mix two blacks, because that doesn't look good. Obviously, he got the button down, button way too low to be wearing a suit. It looked like they going to prom. But guess what? They're in the suburbs, okay? Look at this roof. Look at these shingles on this roof. Look at this driveway. Look how nice the grass is, the lawn care, okay? The landscaping, all right? This cement, not too many cracks in it. So they are in the suburbs. This man has a face tattoo. I don't know. I'm guessing that this is the brother, the brother with the African name's crib. I'm guessing, because this ain't, bruh, don't stay here. I'm going out on a limb and saying, bruh, don't stay here. Straight up. But the brother who went to Valdosta State, or what they're calling South Georgia State, is what they're saying, or a college in South Georgia State. I think they're talking about Valdosta State, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, this brother, he's hanging out with this guy, and they go to South Beach, and he looks like a freaking hothead. It could have been the other way around. Okay. It could be a Ja Morant situation. Y'all know what's going on with Ja Morant, where Ja Morant is the guy from the suburbs, and then he's trying to perpetrate a fraud and act like he's some super hood, thugged out dude, proving his manhood through street activities, which is kind of the way we do things in the community. So there's so many things that I can just gather from this picture, okay? Because I know these niggas, bro. That's really what it is. Like, I know how to identify these things. And to me, it's just like, it just looks like a recipe for a disaster, all right? Looks like a recipe for the disaster. This brother, he has the access, he has the resources. And then this brother, he has the street hood mentality. He's like the muscle. And then this guy's like the brains. And the muscle ends up getting the brains killed.
Describe to me what happened.
My friend had called me to see where I was at, and I turned around for like 10 seconds. After that, all you heard was gunshots.
Damn. So he said, bruh called him to see where he was at. He turned around for 10 seconds, and all you heard was gunshots. Is that snitching? Is that snitching that he's telling the news all of this information? Could he know more? Is he holding back? Inquiring minds would like to know.
Really didn't know who it was. I couldn't see anything.
According to Miami Beach Police Department, this was an isolated incident. They say they were able to recover 4 firearms from the scene, and they do have one person in custody who is cooperating fully.
Jordan was he's a special guy, man. He went from being homeschooled to being a scholar. Millions of memories. Me and Jordan grew up 3 years apart. You know, we practically did everything together. So, yeah, he's like my twin brother, man.
Miami Beach police issued a state of emergency after a second deadly shooting happened on Sunday. But today, his family and friends are stunned with disbelief.
Jordan is the first Ida Hossa to depart from us. I feel real. I just want people to know my brother was a soldier. My brother was a warrior. He still is in spirit.
A soldier, a warrior. You know, I really hope that this brother did not lose his life over trying to prove that he could fight, or prove that he was hard, or prove that he ain't going, or prove he ain't no hoe. Down there in Miami, man, it's never worth proving yourself. I remember when I went down there to Miami, we pulled into a drive-thru at the Waffle House. They shot up the Waffle House, and we pulled the hell out. It was like an instant. We pull in, bang, 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 and we pull straight out the back. You know, it's never worth trying to stay at the scene and see the fight, film the fight, act like you hard. Once these niggas start acting a damn fool, get the hell on. Just go, bruh. Get out of the vicinity. Crawl away, whatever you got to do. But it's not worth it to even confront one of these niggas nowadays.
Jordan was a South Georgia State College student participating in an entry.
Okay, South Georgia State College. I ain't never heard of that shit. Okay, it's an entry program at Valdosta State. So it sounds like it's a community college. And if he passes through there, he's able to go to Valdosta State, which is in HBCU in South Georgia.
Entry-level program on the Valdosta State campus. Neither school was willing to give a statement about Jordan's death. Mackenzie Petrie, WALB, your hometown news source.
Yeah, Valdosta State, they definitely want to wash their hands with that whole situation. Like I said, the A is on fire. I've got some more video of a shooting that happened on, yep, you guessed it, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, how many bodies has MLK racked up this year? Just this year alone. Not to mention all the stories that I covered last year. You know, guys, I'm really not sure for the direction of this channel. I'm not sure, man, because it is so freaking tough putting these videos together, editing these videos, you know, giving my perspective, seeing this time and time again. And then on top of that, having YouTube just, boom, just send an asteroid to your monetization, which, you know, I love doing the content, but at the same time, it's like, it's time that could be spent somewhere else. And then, you know, we're covering things where it's like, do people really care? You know, even if we present solutions, we're still going to be called Uncle Toms. So it almost makes you feel like you want to just wash your hands with the whole thing and say, fuck it, you know, let them do themselves in, bro, and just watch from afar and have no opinion and just be neutral on the shit. You know, that's what it makes you feel like. But obviously, I'm not going to stop. I might slow down. I might take a break. I'm not sure yet, but I mean, it is pretty tough because it's just so much shit. And I actually want to cover it all, but I can't cover it all. And then I'm trying to put out a video every day, and YouTube is just straight fucking me. Like, it's crazy. The numbers just don't make sense. A whole bunch of things going on. But anyways, this comes from the A. And it looks like we got a 42 Doug lookalike nigga who's chilling at the gas station, which, for one, why are you sitting on the merchandise? And this is what I be talking about, niggas in the community. And let me enlarge the screen so y'all can actually see what I'm talking about. why is this dirty ass nigga's ass on the fucking merchandise? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does this make sense, bro? No home training. No home training. You got this man sitting on the merchandise. And this is the thing. The Indian niggas behind the counter, they can't say shit to him. That old white lady, the old fat white lady with no teeth behind the counter at the gas station, she can't say shit to him. She can't say shit to him. If she does, she'll lose her life. If Ahmed back there, who's smelling like 1,000 cigarettes with the yellow teeth, if he comes and says something to him, he's losing his life. So nobody can say something to him. The only thing that's going to get his ass up off the merchandise is if the ops slide on him. And that's exactly what happened. As you guys can see, the ops slid on him and he slid up off the merchandise. So let's watch. So it looks like the nigga's asking for directions. Niggas are hold on. We got to go back. Niggas are smoking on entry into the gas station. Run it back. Look at this nigga. Look at his mouth. He just smoked and he's smoking a cigarette. Walked straight into the gas station, did a French inhale, and then ashed off his motherfucking cigarette. These niggas got no respect, bruh. It's bigger than just the killing at this point. I'm past that. I've already accepted that. Niggas gonna kill. I've already accepted that. But to light your cigarette, you're outside, you're smoking a cig, then you come inside, no respect for the clerk behind the desk. You come inside, you smoking a cigarette, and you ash it on the ground. And you French inhale. The ultimate disrespect. Look at the French inhale. The ultimate disrespect. And then he passed that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, they're probably smoking a blunt. I wouldn't even be surprised if they were smoking a whole bleezy in that motherfucker. It's probably not even a cigarette. It's probably a whole blunt. And you gonna come into the damn gas station. I mean, this shit different, bruh. Damn, so they didn't show the shooting. I guess they showed the lead up. And they're saying this guy was the actual shooter. But you don't even need to see the shooting, man. You don't even need to see the shooting. You just saw the blatant disrespect that you could tell what type of person he was. That's what I'm talking about. Just the lack of not only just character, but the lack of caring for just the way that you present yourself in public, man. Honestly, like, yeah, you might be a stoner, but you don't want to be walking into the gas station smoking a blunt, you know? I mean, that's something that you keep on the DL, something that you keep in private. All right? Like, it's wild, bro. It really is. So let's get into it.
Youth violence is plaguing our city.
And one school district is taking steps to help not only students, but their families as well. Today's Caitlin Pratt is at the Fox 5 Live desk with APS's plan. Caitlin.
Good morning to you both. School leaders say higher rates of violence tend to happen when students are on extended breaks from school. This upcoming event happening as spring break approaches.
Protect the kids! Protect the kids!
It's been a rallying call in recent months.
His life was cut short to senseless gun violence.
And now a planned event is on the books to better prevent youth violence.
It's not just an issue that's unique to Atlanta. It is a nationwide issue.
Atlanta Public Schools is hosting an event for parents and caregivers this coming weekend. Dr. Lisa Herring said the workshop will address keeping kids safer while focusing on students' mental health and the counseling and mentoring options available.
So they're saying protect the kids, but who are you protecting the kids from? You have to protect the kids from other kids, right? I mean, those are the main perpetrators of a lot of this violence, especially in Atlanta. You know, man, we've just got some deep-rooted issues that are completely these issues are not being addressed. No matter how many times they do protect the kids, rally at the school, they're not really doing shit, honestly. They're just, you know, protesting. And I mean, honestly, I know they care. I know it's coming from a quote unquote good place, but they're really just protesting and looking stupid, especially to the super gremlins who are doing this, because those are the main motherfuckers who are laughing at you. It's not just me making fun of people on my channel and no, it's the super gremlins who are laughing at you, because you think that, you know, holding up 3 or 4 signs and saying protect the kids is gonna fucking do something.
Recognize that our families now more than ever have experienced intense levels of trauma. Our children now more than ever need us to galvanize and wrap around and provide support services in different areas.
The need demonstrated by students.
Okay, we've experienced all this trauma. We need support centers in different areas, but I want you guys to listen to the background.
Parents in education.
Intense levels of trauma. Our children now more than.
Do y'all hear that 808? The 808? Do y'all hear that subwoofer? Let's listen again. Do y'all hear that?
It's available.
We recognize that our families now more than ever have experienced intense levels of trauma. Our children now more than ever need us to galvanize.
Do y'all hear that 808, that subwoofer going boom, 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 boom? How much do y'all want to bet that they got shoot 'em up, bang, bang music playing at the Save the Kids violence prevention rally? How much y'all want to bet? Boom, 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 boom. Y'all telling me that's a Christian song playing? That it's a song about life and joy and bringing people together? No, it's a song about bullshit. Song about bullshit. That reminds me, man, I got to show you guys something that I saw earlier that's, I mean, it's absolutely insane. But this is the type of shit that's getting a lot of traction in the community. I will definitely show you right away. All right. Just give me 1 second. We'll play the rest of this video, then we'll get to it.
And wrap around and provide support services in different areas.
The need demonstrated by students, parents, and educators who gathered outside Atlanta City Hall following the mass shooting on 17th Street near Atlantic Station. Zion Charles, 12 years old, an APS student, and Cameron Jackson, 15, were killed. 4 teenagers, including 2 APS students,
we did
have
that
been
story
arrested and charged in the killings. Dr. Herring hopes once they leave school grounds, students won't search for validation through criminal activity.
We're very sensitive to the fact that spring break is coming very soon, and we want to do all that we can to empower our parents and our families and our households with the tools that are needed to support our children regardless of age.
And this event, the first of its kind in the district, taking place this coming Saturday at Mays High School from 2 to 5 at the Fox 5 Live desk. I'm Caitlin Pratt for Good Day Atlanta.
So, I mean, that's what the community is doing to try and solve the issue. Getting people together, listening to rap music, which is already infecting the minds, and having marches. I mean, y'all need to go to some of these mothers who are not watching their children. That's what y'all need to do. Go march at their doorsteps. Okay? Go march to them. Because those are the ones who really need it. The rest of us, we're out here trying to survive. We're out here trying not to get killed by your kids. You know what I'm saying? Ah, man. So let's keep looking. Let's keep looking for what's going on in the community. We're gonna get to this Tekashi 6ix9ine thing, guys. Don't worry. I just I want to get heated up in the conversation beforehand because I mean shout out to Alex. He put 5 on the Cash App. Shout out to Alex. We're gonna go to another city. Let's check up on Chicago. All right. It's a hotbed. We all know. Okay. So let's see what's going on in the Chi. And a lot of times when you try and search for this information, it's definitely hard to come by. Like some of these stories, man, they just don't have any coverage. It'll just be a headline. Not much going on. So let's see. He says he put 5 on the Rumble. Okay, shout out to Johnny Red. Put 5 on the Rumble. Yeah, I gotta go check the Rumble chat. It doesn't show up on this one. Doesn't show up on this one. Let's see. Oh wow. So we've got a man in Cook County who says he'll be out by Sunday after an armed carjacking. They're saying he'll now serve 22 years in Will County. Hopefully he actually serves those 22 years, but he was very confident that he was going to be out real soon. So let's listen up to this story. This one's pretty interesting.
I'm Elizabeth Matthews live in Will County, where a dangerous carjacking suspect was sentenced today to 22 years behind bars. And this would not have been possible without police collaboration. 28-year-old Jordan Henry led Illinois State Police on a multi-interstate chase. Last year, speeds up to 120 miles per hour. Came to a stop on I-55 in Shorewood, where officers deployed stop sticks to stop that stolen Jetta. Earlier in the day, prosecutors say Henry carjacked a 69-year-old Uber driver in Lakeview after pointing a gun at him. Henry has a long criminal record with Cook County, including theft, robbery, battery. He's failed to appear in court several times in the past, but no warrant was ever issued in Cook County. State's Attorney James Glasgow says it's fortunate for the public that this ended in Will County.
Since it did occur in the city of Chicago, if he were arrested there, looking at his past history, he probably would have been back out on the street in a very short period of time, just like he bragged.
Yeah, so his dumbass basically went to another county outside of the city of Chicago, and he got caught up. They ain't having that in these surrounding areas in Illinois. They're not having it. Okay? Not at all. A lot of people in the community, they think they can just act up because they from Chicago and they in the Chi and da-da-da-da, and we so hard, we some real niggas, we getting out of jail, all this stuff. And then you go to the county over and it's a totally different jurisdiction, totally different ball game. You think you're going to get a slap on the wrist and you get 22 years.
But not this time. Justice was done.
Henry also has outstanding warrants in Cook County and also Lake County, Indiana. In Cook County, is facing charges including criminal sex assault, robbery, and aggravated kidnapping. In Will County, Elizabeth Matthews, Fox 32, Chicago.
Wow. I mean, The hubris of these super gremlins in Chicago, man. Yikes. And this is obviously something that has been created by the woke liberals in Chicago. So, I mean, it's almost like there's nothing to see here, right? But at least they got them caught up in the next county over.
Several letter carriers attacked and robbed just in the past 2 weeks. It's an uptick in a crime that we've been keeping tabs on for months. CBS 2's Sabrina Franza joins us now with some new details on the search for the people behind this.
So they're now robbing mail carriers at gunpoint. Wow. I mean, you never would have thought this could be something that could happen. And here we are. I mean, this shit is crazy.
Sabrina.
And this keeps happening over and over again. The consequence, your mail goes missing and letter carriers feel they can't do their job safely.
They're out there each and every day. And they're working in fear. Our members are working in fear each and every day, not knowing what could possibly happen to them.
Elise Foster is first and foremost a letter carrier. As union president, she speaks on their behalf.
Well, the message to the carriers, we let them know to comply. Give them what they want.
Comply. Give it up. So what do you think the super gremlins are thinking when they're watching the news tonight? And the the representative for all the mail carriers is saying, the union rep, right, is saying, give it up, comply, negotiate with the terrorists so you don't lose your life on the job, so we're not held liable. How do you think the super gremlins are going to feel? They're going to feel emboldened. They're going to, oh, this bitch ain't finna fight back. What are they going to say while they're robbing you? You willing to die over somebody else's package? You willing to die over this Amazon delivery? This doesn't set a good precedent. What they should be saying is these mail carriers need to arm themselves. And because they're federal agents, should have the right to lay one of these little niggas down. Don't give a fuck how old he is. If he out here running the streets, 12, 13, and he put a gun to a mail carrier's face, that federal agent needs to be able to pull their firearm out and lay that little nigga down. It's that simple. Okay? We can deal with the crocodile tears on the back end. Why you had to do that? He was just a boy. Look, that's why we keep saying, sisters, come get your kids, because people are fed up, and it's gonna be a time where they're gonna stop playing.
Get themselves out of harm's way. They are the number one delivery to deliver themselves home to their family, and that's what we want each and every day.
In the last 2 weeks, she says she's heard reports from 8 carriers attacked on the job. CBS 2 was able to confirm 5, which we plotted on this map. They all unfolded similarly. Robbers in broad daylight looking for packages and arrow keys, which opened up multiple mailboxes across the city. The latest case in Rogers Park happened on March 20th, just after 2:30 p.m. A postal worker was robbed at gunpoint.
We don't know if it's the same person that's doing this here, but we just get the calls in from the letter carriers.
We also don't know the status of these investigations. The postal inspectors will only tell us they're ongoing.
I've been told from the postmaster today that they're working on something, but what it is, they cannot disclose to us.
Is that frustrating?
It's very frustrating because they need to let the members know what they're doing, at least attempting to do for their safety.
Previously, we've reported on efforts the union is making to help keep their members safe, like getting rid of large mailboxes called cluster boxes, accessible using those arrow keys.
I mean, we probably need some modernization with it to make something happen to devalue the key.
Proposed city council legislation to do that stalled. Now they're appealing to the public.
Whatever we can do, it's a great help. They want to make sure that they're protected when they're out there working and that somebody has their back.
The postal inspectors did also tell us that anyone who has any information could receive up to $50,000 in reward money should that information lead to an arrest. But so far, there have not been any arrests in any of the cases that we mentioned. We're outside the National Association for Letter Carriers in Chicago. Sabrina Franza, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Robbing the USPS workers is crazy. This is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at. I mean, come on. We know who's doing it. We know who's leading this stuff, man. And they keep trying to mask the crime with these community events, bro. Like literally, I'm looking up stories in Chicago, and all I keep finding is, oh, the community comes together and does an event and does this and to get kids off the street, and we're not seeing any of the actual things that are going down on the ground. Okay, it's almost like they're trying to hide it, trying to disguise it with these feel-good stories, when that is not the reality of the city. So let's get another feel-good story and see if their solutions are any better than the ones we come up with on this channel.
New at 10. It's Tuesday, and for some kids on Chicago's West Side, that means a party with Chicago police. CBS 2's Jervon Terry shows us a program creating community by bringing together cops and kids.
A lot goes on at the 15th Police District in Austin, but once a week,
we're here every Tuesday for the last 4.5 years.
Officer Will Martinez helps transform a section of the police station to a kid zone.
Officer Will, he's really fun, he's cool.
And youngsters like Aiden Sturgeon rush here.
He hopped in the car today, was like, take me to the police station.
A complete about face from a year ago. Aiden's mother recalls why she first brought her 11-year-old to the West Side Station.
My son was giving me problems.
You brought him here for what exactly?
Okay, so she says her son was giving her problems. Anybody want to guess why her son was giving her problems? I mean, you know, I'm not saying that she's a bad mother, but it kind of the titty tattoos kind of let you know everything that you need to know about her. Like when you have stick figures drawn on your titties and trying to mask them as tattoos, I mean, your kids have no fucking chance. I'm talking about seriously. How do your kids have a chance when you got a fucking comic book on your titties? I mean, imagine breastfeeding your child with this shit on your titties. Like, how the fuck are you gonna, like, the milk got ink poisoning? It's crazy, my nigga. Like, she got damn jail tattoos or something.
To be talked to, and then they explained to me that they have a program.
That program is Hip Hop Tuesday.
They got a program, Hip Hop Tuesday. Lord have mercy. And this is not what we need, y'all. This ain't what we need, right? This ain't what we need. Hip Hop Tuesday, that's the best y'all can come up with? That's the best y'all can come up with? Hip Hop Tuesday? No. That's all wrong. That's all wrong. We need Chess Club Tuesday. Or, hell, I don't know. Fucking Sudoku Tuesday or some shit. Not Hip Hop Tuesday, bro. Right? Not Hip Hop Tuesday. I mean, we got it all backwards, bro. And I hope the cops didn't present this. We're going to do something cool for the kids. Hip Hop Tuesday. Rap all your lyrics here. Maybe this is a way to get some of these super gremlins on charges, right? Come in here, spit your bars in the booth, and And everything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, right? Come into the studio. It's a jail cell. Boom. Jesus.
Hip Hop Tuesday.
Hip Hop Tuesday is another way to bring the children in and let them see us as more than just figures of authority.
Homework always comes first at the Mentor Tutoring Program.
After their homework is checked and thoroughly completed, then they have access to the video games, the air hockey.
And that's where relationships are built.
I see them as a police officer and a friend, actually.
For just 4 hours every week, these officers are changing the narrative of how children see the cops in their community.
I interacted with a lot of police officers, and they made a positive impact on my life.
The word is out about what's happening here. So much there's a waiting list for kids to join. And those outside of Austin now know what's happening.
Like, okay, this is a great start, but let's make it bigger. Let's get newer systems and more systems.
Meridian Health recently donated $10,000 to help it expand.
You can feel the passion and commitment they have to the children in this community.
Officer Martinez points out the kids are meeting others in Austin they tend to avoid.
They don't care what block they cross. They don't care what block they're from. It's more about they're just here to enjoy themselves, and it's a safe place.
And what's safer than your community police station? In Austin, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
What an important program, important connection they're making there.
Right.
Important program, important connection. And yes, I mean, obviously we want to see the kids feeling comfortable interacting with the police, but I mean, the overarching theme, the hip hop theme, I just can't get behind. And I love hip hop music, right? I love listening to rap, all that good shit, right? But, I just can't. That's not what we need right now. It's not what we need. Not now, not in the future, at least until we can fix what the fuck we got going on in the community. We need mentorship programs, like real mentorship programs. I mean, if we keep doing this type of shit, it's going nowhere, man. It's going nowhere. So let's find some more, and then we'll go to the Tekashi story. See what's going on in Philly, man. We're hitting all the hotbeds today. Damn. Let's see. A lot of the stories in Philly aren't even long, honestly, because they're just like, man shot in the head in Philly, boom, next story. It's like 20, 30 seconds, and then boom, gone. Okay, we got one. Man shot in the head, 55-second story. Okay, let's get it. That's progress, right?
So it appears that
a 911 call from medics turned up a homicide case in West Philadelphia. They found a young man who had been executed inside his car. The call to Cecil and Chestnut Streets went out at 10:30 last night. Medics arrived and noticed the 29-year-old victim had been shot twice in the head. They pronounced him dead. Detectives say they found a spent shell casing in the front passenger seat and another outside the front passenger seat door, leading to this conclusion.
So it appears that the shooter may have been inside the vehicle, inside the front passenger seat, when two shots were fired, striking this 29-year-old in the right side of his head.
Investigators do not have a motive for the killing so far. Despite this latest killing, police department figures have homicides down 15% from where they were last year, which was the second worst in Philadelphia's recorded history.
Sheesh. Oh, man. It's all bad. You just get shot randomly in the head. Oh, Lord. Now they're saying they got a story. Hundreds of white supremacist stickers were plastered around Port Richmond And neighbors are springing into action to take them down. God, hold on. Oh, man, I thought they had a video on this. I was finna say this is going to be funny. So you got neighbors springing into action to take down the white supremacist stickers while leaving all the trash that has been littered on the ground just left in the streets. All right. Let's see. What else can we find in Philly? Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Somebody said he pulled a Melly. Yeah, shot the man in the car. Damn. 13-year-old and 16-year-old injured in West Philly. 70 shots fired. I swear we covered a story like similar to that same time around this time last year. It's always like 70 shots in Philly. 70 shots fired. I mean, damn. Let me pull it up. Sorry, guys. I'm waiting for the ad. It's like a 20-second ad. Somebody said, did you cover the second deadly mass Miami spring break? Yeah. That guy, he went to a community college connected to Valdosta State or South Georgia State College. Okay. Let's do this story. Coming out of Philly, West Philadelphia. West Philadelphia, guys.
First here at 10, 3 teenagers are injured after a shooting in West Philadelphia. Monday night, I'm Shari Williams along.
So she got the body, but I don't know. It's something sharp about her hip right here, you know? It's kind of sharp, too sharp. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe the arch. Maybe a natural arch. She's got a body, though.
Alongside Gray Hall.
Yeah, we know that more than 6 dozen crime scene markers littering a West Philadelphia street there where teens were gunned down. And more shots were fired just 2 blocks away as police began their investigation.
Action News reporter Bob Brooks has been on this story since it happened, unfolding this afternoon. He's live now.
So you had a shooting, and then the police pull up, and then there's a shooting a couple blocks down the street. I mean, Philly is completely out of control at this point. And it almost feels like there's not much that we can do about it.
Now, Philadelphia Police Headquarters with the details. Bob.
Well, Shari and Gray, what's so alarming about this is at the first shooting scene, the gunman used a high-powered rifle in broad daylight. Again, he used it on teenagers. And tonight, he remains at large. There were dozens and dozens of bullets fired here, and police say they came from a high-powered rifle. It happened just after 4 in the afternoon, near the intersection of Fraser and Lansdowne. A 13-year-old and 16-year-old were rushed to the hospital and are now in stable condition. A third teen, also 16 years old, was also shot, and police say he's in extremely critical condition. Detectives say the 3 were standing in the street when the gunman came out of nowhere and opened fire. Neighbors say they had to find cover.
I'm still shook because I was a victim before. You know, I've got the crossfire.
At this point, police say the motive for the shooting is unknown. As for the suspect, they're still at large, and tracking them down is going to be a challenge.
We didn't have any witnesses. No one's coming forward.
But the chaos wasn't over. While police were collecting evidence from this scene, roughly 2 blocks away, another shooting erupted at Allison in Lansdowne. The Action News cam was there. Officers had to drop everything and run towards the gunfire. Detectives say in that case, a 45-year-old man was shot twice in both legs.
People just have a disregard for each other as well as law enforcement.
At this point, police say they don't believe the 2 shootings were connected. But
So we got a disregard for law enforcement, and there's one of the programs that they have is, you know, hip hop with the kids or some shit like that. Oh, what do you think the music is? How do you think the music is affecting this disregard for law enforcement? You know, a lot of people like, oh, the music, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's not what I've seen, because if the music didn't do anything, then niggas wouldn't be beefing over tracks, right? You know, you can't just say, oh, the music doesn't do anything, and then niggas are beefing over a song. You see how that doesn't line up?
What happened in West Philadelphia today is disturbing and heartbreaking. Members of the Philadelphia Anti-Gun, Anti-Violence Network spent the evening educating neighbors on how they can help to try and prevent these types of shootings. However, they say it starts at home.
The parents have to know that their children backpacks doesn't have weapons, that they're not hiding guns in their closets.
Okay, great. Now, at that first scene, police say there was a weapon recovered near the 1500 block of North Fraser Street. But again, police need help in tracking down the shooter. They say so far there's been very little cooperation from the neighborhood in doing that. For now, reporting live at police headquarters, Bob Brooks for Action News at 10 on PHL 17, Gray.
No cooperation from the neighborhood. And you have 2 teenagers shot. I mean, you literally can't make this shit up, y'all. You can't make this up. I just don't understand it. Well, I do, but obviously, you know, we kind of have to, oh, we just don't get it. Why are these people doing it? Yeah, we get it, but you can't really say it or you'll be banned on YouTube. But at this point, guys, I really don't give a fuck. Man, we need to get our shit together. And it's probably not going to happen, honestly, just because there's just so much resistance to even acknowledging the issue at hand. You know, it's just so difficult to even get. Like, I was on TikTok Live, and we were literally debating if the Black communities had more violence. And there were people who really just didn't believe it at all. Like, they were just so, you know, against it being a possibility. And I'm just like, are you alive? Like, do you see the fucking news? Do you go outside any? Like, it's just so many people in the community who are just 100% against the idea that we have the biggest issue with crime as a demographic. And I think that is just an issue in and of itself when you want to talk about root causes, right? They always want to talk about root causes, but they're not even acknowledging that there's an issue. So let's get to this 6ix9ine story, and then we'll probably wrap it up there. Get to this 6ix9ine story. We got Tekashi 6ix9ine. This man got jumped at the LA Fitness, and there's actually a lot of hoopla that took place over him getting jumped. Motherfuckers was like trying to get autographs from him or some shit after he got beat up. It was actually quite embarrassing. Let me show you guys exactly what video we're talking about. All right, yeah, so here we go. So it looks like it's some brothers mixed in there, it's some Hispanics mixed in there, but they filmed the ass whooping. They filmed the ass whooping.
That's how they supposed to treat you. Bitch ass.
Damn.
Mickey Mouse ass, clown ass nigga.
Damn. So he's squirming. He ain't fighting back. He's saying king shit. The Snapchat caption was king shit. We caught 6ix9ine slipping. Fuck a rat. ADR. Not in our hood.
Go ahead. Take a picture. Go ahead. Take a picture. I want to be famous now, nigga. I want to be famous. Fuck, nigga. Yo, nigga, jump 6ix9ine, bro. Yo, homie, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a fan, bro. Yo, I'm a fan. I'm just saying, bro. I'm a fan, bro. I know, but y'all niggas jumping. I know. I ain't jumping, bro. I'm just saying.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Damn, they ran that nigga out his draws. I mean, I kind of feel bad for him, but then at the same time, it's like you brought this on yourself. They definitely fucked him up bad, though, man. You know, was it all called for in that way? Absolutely not. You know, I don't think so. I don't think it was called for in that way. Oh man, it's ridiculous out here. He was talking mad shit though, but obviously I don't support the violence. But there are also other YouTube channels out here who are like, oh man, you know, it's so good that he got caught up. It's so good that they you know ran down on him and caught him lacking. Like, you know, I miss the good old days when snitches get stitches and whatnot. And there's people on YouTube who are saying that, you know, endorsing and validating this violent event that took place, and their channels aren't going to be taken down. Their channels aren't going to be demonetized. And he has said that he rolls without security. Obviously, they caught him lacking without security, and they beat the shit out of him. They definitely beat the shit out of him. Okay. He should have a home gym. Should definitely have a home gym. You know, when you're that famous and you talk that much shit, you really want to do your best to avoid situations like that. And people are just taking this opportunity to dunk on him. People are taking this opportunity to dunk on him. But guys, I actually had a question because I actually had a question about like the direction of this channel, which I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys, because I was thinking about maybe doing more of a like one story thing. I focus on one story. I do it as more of like a crime, not novel, but like a crime short crime documentary style. Kind of like I don't want to like kind of like 1090 Jake does it, except, you know, obviously not condoning the shit and holding niggas accountable, because it just seems like YouTube wants me to switch it up, you know. They're pretty much fucking up all of my traction, so I got to get creative with it. What do you guys think? I know somebody suggested that to me before, like do more of a crime documentary style thing, but then I would have to put out less videos. It would probably be 2 to 3 videos a week, maybe 1 video a week. So I mean, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna do what you guys think. Should I keep, you know, posting 1 video a day, kind of the same format, or should I try and, you know, get more creative and do more of a documentary style thing? You know, I don't know. I'm torn right now, honestly. But anyways, let's see what the news has to say about 6ix9ine getting jumped.
Palm Beach Sheriff's deputies are looking for the man who brutally beat a rapper, Tekashi 6ix9ine. This assault was caught on camera. Tekashi 6ix9ine, real name Daniel Hernandez, was at an LA Fitness gym in Lake Worth. And the attacker, seen here waiting to confront Hernandez in the bathroom and then attacking him. He was gone before deputies arrived. Hernandez was taken to the hospital for treatment. He is expected to recover from his injuries. Meantime, in North Miami Beach, the city commission.
Yeah, so I mean, they just hit it real quick. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about Tekashi 6ix9ine getting jumped. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board, guys, and see what I can do to keep bringing you guys this content. Definitely just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you just cool with me posting the same type of format, or are you looking for something different? Should I spice it up more, get more creative with that? But y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, the Black Gen Z Mindset, aka Jinquavius Jackson, aka BGZM News 17. And I'm gonna send it to Jinquavius to take us away, guys. You already know. Be safe. Peace out.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all killing me with this shit.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more
shit
do
off.
you want from me?
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.